Good morning, Pelham Road. It's Monday morning. I'm here with my friend Sam Coates, and we're going to talk about Tenebrae. But before we start talking about Tenebrae, look at this table. There's lots of ways to communicate the gospel story. Preaching is certainly one of them, music's another one. But we have a wonderful worship arts team that gets together and thinks about the seasons of the Christian year and how best to communicate to us the good news through some sort of artistic form. And we're going to walk you through that, both what's on the table today and what's down below the cross in the choir loft. All right, so Sam, tell us about this table and tell us a little bit about what Tenebrae means.
Okay. Well, the choir did a musical a while back called Tenebrae. So there's a brief explanation of Tenebrae in this musical. It says that the tradition of Tenebrae dates back to the 8th century. The Latin word tenebrae means darkness or shadows and commemorates Christ's final hours on earth. As the candles are lit, which we've already done at the beginning of this kind of service, they signify the coming of Jesus, the light of the world. And as they are extinguished, they symbolize Jesus' departing from the earth. In the early church, the service was celebrated on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of Holy Week, particularly Maundy Thursday and Good Friday. So we're not doing a Tenebrae service this year at Pelham Road, but we're using that same action in our visuals for this Lenten season. If you remember during Advent, we had the candles on the wreath, and every Sunday we lit a candle. We added a candle. This season, it's similar to a Tenebrae service. Every Sunday, we're extinguishing a candle.
Okay.
So we've extinguished 2 candles already. I think
so. Yeah.
For the Sunday of Lent. Yeah, that'll work.
Well, that'll get all the oxygen. All right.
Yeah,
like that. That'll work. All right.
So that's the symbolism here. And of course, we've added the cross, the crown of thorns, and the Christ candle that we typically always have lit on our table will be the final candle.
But there's more, right? Up on the wall
Yes,
here.
sir.
So we're going to move up there now. So take a break. Join us in there in 3 seconds. Well, on the wall here is an image, a very creative image of Jesus. And several weeks ago, when Lent started, it was a complete image of Jesus. Each week we take a little bit more off of Christ, each passing Sunday. Now Sam's going to tell us a little bit more about this.
First, I'll tell you, this was John's idea.
Oh,
You found this image.
I did, yeah.
And sent it to me, and I sent it to Sherry Bico. And Sherry Bico's the one that drew this and cut it out for us to use.
That's the way things get done around here. Sherry ends up doing the work.
That's right. That's right. But I mean, what we said was that if we're going to be extinguishing candles, then we would use this image as a way of saying that this is our way of depicting Jesus entering the tomb.
That is really beautiful. That is.
So every Sunday we take a portion of this portrait off of the wall. And then Easter Sunday, hopefully we'll be outdoors for worship. But the following Sunday that we're back in here, there will be a new risen Christ image that will take this place here.
Okay.
So, it's a really strong.
It's a very strong image, and it is, darkness comes upon us all. And this is a good way, both the table and this, to illustrate the darkness that we have in our lives from time to time.
Right. Yeah, because we said Lent is shadows, darkness, and I don't think anybody lives really long without having some darkness in their lives. I know for Lucy and I, probably one of the darkest moments, and it's a long story, I'll give you the real thumbnail sketch of the story, but when we were pregnant with William, Lucy's water broke December 1st. William was born January 11th.
It's intense week.
So Lucy was in the hospital that entire time, and we were told that there was like about a 15% chance that William would live if he had been born the first days we were in the hospital. And so our Easter story is that William, of course, lived, and thankfully he's a functioning kind, working adult today. So that's our darkness Easter story.
Right.
I know that a lot of families, their Easter story doesn't end the way ours did.
Right.
Lucy's brother died of COVID, right after Christmas. And so we're still searching for the Easter side of that story
Right.
in our family.
Well, not all stories end the same way, and sometimes people are in the midst of that story even now.
Right.
The ending hasn't been told.
Right.
But we are reminded with this image and with the candles that crisis and darkness and shadows and sorrow, it's part of the human condition. But also resurrection is coming. Thank you.